So the players are ready for the most iconic anthem in football on the biggest night of the season. So the players ready for the 70th staging of this great final, for the last 33 years played under the Champions League format. It's a final time for focus and for contemplation. It's taken 9 months and in PSG's case 16 games to get here. It's a night that brings pressure and tension even to high as they could be. Well, PSG won the French Cup final last weekend and did so without either Gigi Donnarumma or Khvicha Kvaratskhelia playing a single minute, but both start tonight, of course, replacing Safanov and Barcola. William Pacho and Achraf Hakimi have now started every Champions League game. This Inter's final league game to get them ready for tonight, so the likes of Acerbi, Bastoni, Barella and Martinez all return, the core of this Inter team. 7 starting tonight, started the final 2 years ago, including involved in big games with Tramatri as well as a treble into one. Romania's István Kovac.
Freeze has been magnificent in his tournament.
Dembele, shooting chance Dembele. There's the first shot tonight. Vitinha, it's a lovely ball through Doué, flag stays down, it's sent in by Hakimi. And based on the fact he was once an Inter Milan player, there's barely a celebration from the right back of Paris Saint-Germain. But it's the French champions who strike first in Munich.
Yeah, and we enjoy one of them, don't we? We enjoy an up, them ready to press. Look at them ready to go right now.
João Neves, it's Doué to hit one and it's in! And that's how quick it can happen against this Paris Saint-Germain team. And poor old Di Marco was in the wrong place at the wrong time again. And PSG lead 2-0 after 20 minutes, and they're in complete control of this Champions League final.
I'm going to tell you who makes it. It's Rio's man at the back, Pacho. He refuses to give up on that ball going out for a corner, keeps it in play. All of a sudden they've got a break down the left.
This season, in goes the Inter corner towards Tira.
The dynamics of this game changed dramatically.
It's got the sound and feel.
On the ball.
This is where he likes to be. Çalhanoğlu, and he's come and flapped it back. There's going to be a chance here for Barella to...
Frustration.
He's carried on running and he's got there first and crossed it through. On it goes in now to Doué. Doué's in! That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's capped off by this wonderfully talented young player. But the football from Paris Saint-Germain sublime. They're 3 up in the Champions League final and they're going to make history tonight. They're going to win the Champions League.
I'll tell you what it's been a mismatch. It really has. This just sums it up.
Haven't had one in a final in this competition since 1960. Ruiz, they want more Paris Saint-Germain. Here's the free kick to Paris Saint-Germain. Kvaratskhelia in, and he's bearing down on goal, and it's 4-0. The Parisian celebrations are well and truly underway. And for the first time in a Champions League final, a player from Georgia scores a goal. The smile on Enrique's face says it all. And Paris Saint-Germain are romping to a Champions League win in Munich. Going here, Nicolo Barella. Here's the opportunity of Donnarumma, isn't it?
He does well, doesn't he? It's actually a come.
Barcola gives it back to him and it's in! It's number 5! And he can't believe it, look at him! Seni Mayulu, 18 years of age, and he can't believe he scored in a Champions League final, and he's being mobbed by everybody from the Paris Saint-Germain bench. He's an academy boy, born and raised at PSG, and he's just scored the 5th goal in the Champions League final, and his reaction was priceless.
His reaction was worth the admission fee, wasn't it?
Time whistle. It's history for Paris Saint-Germain. Finally they reach the end of the yellow brick road. Finally they can call themselves European champions. And finally they will get to hold the trophy that's become their holy grail, and they've done it in historic style. 5-0 winners tonight, 2 for Doué, goals for Hakimi, Kvaratskhelia and Mayulu. They're just the second French club in history to win it, following Marseille in 1993. And a team that's dazzled and entertained has won an historic treble of League, Cup and Champions League. What a night, what a performance, what a season.
Remarkable. I'll mention it again. 53rd minute, 22nd of January in Paris. That's when it turned for me. 2-0 down the wire. Haaland scored. And in the remaining half hour or so, PSG scored 4.
Milan as well, as they go up to the presentation and get their runners up.
I think this has been a terrible last day, and then getting absolutely destroyed.
Fantastic players. They've still got a future, because individually and collectively you have a day, you have a moment where... But tonight they're going to be sore because they've been mauled.
Saint-Germain that complete the treble with Luis Enrique, and as the players get ready...
What's going through their minds, losing the title to Napoli, 8.
We'll see in a second. We're going to hand you back up.
Lost a couple of league games, a last-minute goal against Lazio.
5 years ago, and for a team with so much talent and so long for, and look at the embrace between Nasser way in recent seasons, but tonight, all ball once again, 32 years, team that very much mirrors their manager.
It's exactly mentioned beforehand that a victory for football, yeah.
So the team, his joy. And in Marquinhos, the club, and the great Brazilian defender who's chased this trophy.
Fitness levels.
Well, the moment's arrived, and Marquinhos wide as the River Seine, down, and his teammates ready. And he raises the Champions League in 2020. PSG on top of the world.
Just the most amazing scenes after an...
Every phase of the game, with the ball, without the ball.
In the first half, I'm sure every player fought.
From start to finish in this competition, and especially on this Paris Saint-Germain team, guided by...
Sorry, I came over and shook our hands, sorry.
We talk a lot about...
Clear of injuries, but to be spoken in the same breath, so...
I want to ask you guys what you think. Have we seen now, we've had 2 players...
What next for the manager?
Listen, I think recruitment's always key when you're doing well or bad. They're in a moment.
Munich. This is Paris at the moment. This is at the Parc des Princes. They're having their...
Break. But it's their night, it's their moments, I'm sure.
Teams, the best players, the best managers. But to do it in that manner is...
Daughter, Sana. We mentioned her earlier on, and we...
Area of the pitch, every player to a man, subs that come on. You're on a wave of emotion now for a long time.
Against Man City, they found a way. And like Ali...
Yeah, I mean, an inspirational moment for his fans. Look at the fans coming on there. Look what it's going to be like. It's going to be crackers.
The fans have been amazing tonight, but the players have certainly backed that up with the performance.